Welcome to Flying Can Ranch from Cedar Creek Lake, Texas. I really meant to get this video out last Saturday, but things came up. So, before I begin anything, I don't want you to all think that I went Beretta crazy, but I kind of went Beretta crazy. So, last week, I reviewed this nice guy that came in this really nice box. And this week I want to talk about, and that was the Beretta model 84FS. But today I want to talk about this guy, which also came in a nice box. And we're going to do a little by way of comparison. I'm not going to be shooting both back to back, but I'll get this open and ready to go. Let's get this thing out of here. We'll show you what we got going on. Again, we got when I have everything I need, you get an instruction manual and your little wrench, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And it sits in the box sort of like that. I really wish, I've said this before, I really wish you guys, the airgun company, give us a choice between a blister pack or a box. So, let's talk about our friend that we're going to talk about today. The Beretta M9, my eyes just went off. The Beretta M9A3. Now, before I forget about it, and I haven't had it off here, this is actually threaded here on the end, and it's on a pretty tight. And I do have one. I might do a review with it. But before I forget it, it is threaded for that. And we'll just look at it kind of close, and we'll go over some specs. So it's a .177 caliber steel BB. It's very important you run steel BBs through these. They say this one has about an estimated 330 feet per second. The barrel is 4.75 inches in length. The overall length is 9 inches. Overall weight is 1.9 pounds. So we'll go over this, and I'll try to make sure I got my notes already, but there it is. And we'll look at it this way, and we'll flip it around this way. Now, you can take this gun down. Again, I haven't done it to any of them yet to show you, but all of these levers in here are fully operational. And your safety is ambidextrous. I won't go into safety because I'm not loaded up yet. It locks open on the last shot. So that's a good thing. So, one thing I'd like to do, and by way of comparison, is if I was to get my little friend out, and I was to push back on this slide and lock it, and listen, it don't sound bad. Don't sound bad at all. Anyway, this one, to me, sounds much more, it has that real definite, and it really locks open a lot further. Yes, there was a BB in the thing. We'll take care of that in a minute. Whereas this one, when it locks back, it's like that. It doesn't lock like way back. It's just, it's very, so I just wanted to point that out. We're going to put that back in its box. And if you'll just bear with me a minute, let me put everything back together. And then we will move on through the mosquitoes are out again already. Had a little bit of rain and the little boogers ain't died off yet. All right, moving right along. So you can actually push this button right here, which pushes this out, and you can take down the gun. Now, one thing I want to point out is this is a double action. It will work like that. or you can do it like that. It's your pick. Again, you know where your safety is here. Now we're going to talk about another part. Let me get this out of the bag because we're going to need it for the shooting review. So we'll kind of make this a little convenient for you. And then there's another little thing I want to show you up close and personal. That makes this thing worlds of fun. So far I haven't had a problem with it. So we're going to pop our magazine out. I think I had a dummy one up here, if you'll give me just a second. There it is right there. When you take this mag out, you put your CO2 in right there. And I want you to kind of note the angle of the thread opposed to the angle of this. So we'll use our little wrench. We'll pop that out. Put a few drops of oil on there. Drop that in, and then it's a very good idea to have it sort of, tilt it like this. And then just kind of work it till you feel it grab, and that'll screw in just smooth as silk. So to actually load it, you've got a little, kind of hard to catch, right up here in the front. And you're going to drag that. It slips out of my thumb every now and then. And then, you'll push it to the left. So if you're facing it, you're going to push that over to the left. Mosquitoes. And then you want to try to load, I'll shake it around there, there we go, in this little hole right here. And we're going to load this right now while we're talking. And like again, you want to try to get these into a staggered configuration. It holds 18 rounds total. So we're going to load this up as we stand here. Down the hatch. Shake it a little bit, get that staggered. I've had real good luck with them when they're staggered like that. They seem to feed a lot better. I had some problems. Whoops, I missed that one. The last one, I had some problems with it feeding. And this one I have not had that problem with whatsoever. And we'll just shake that around. And we'll get this in here. Get that last one in, and I like to put my finger right in front of that so it doesn't smash. And release it. And then you just definitely just pop it right in there. So this really feels, I'm not going to tell you it really feels like the real McCoy, but it sort of does feel like the real McCoy. And with a blowback, you get a little bit more. You lose your feet for a second because they're robbing gas to make the blowback. Now, another cool feature I want you to know about is right in here. You'll see some printing. There's a little lever right there, and you flip that up to that position, and now you're full auto. So, you know, this is a smoothbore barrel, of course, but you can go that way. Is single action. Up here is, or one shot at a time. And then up here is full auto. And that's how it all works. So I've got some, I got a little couple of targets warming up in the kitchen. I've got a couple already hanging here in the back. And I like this. Now you can get it in different colors. I just happen to buy it in the desert brown. I think you can get one that's blued. The frame itself feels like it's polymer. This feels like it's steel. And I think this slide is steel myself. And it does feel like a steel trigger. So, and you do have a little weaver rail right here on the bottom. So if you want to attach some lights or lasers or things like that, it's all there to get you. So moving along, the rear side is fixed. but it does already have the little 2 dot, and then the front side has the 1 dot. So I didn't have to break out the white out to do the sides. So, but it fits good. You know, I've got kind of small hands for my size, but it fits good in the hand. It sinks in real quick. I discovered on this one I have to aim almost dead center to the top of the can in order to hit my target. Leave that cat alone now. Hey, today. We've got some little kittens here. My dogs think they're gonna... Brock! Okay, there's little buggers. One of them's getting really brave. But at any rate, so I think that's about all I can tell you about it, other than it's got some good stippling. It's got the good, you know, the Beretta stamping on the side. Yeah, I know it's got some of this white stuff over there. There's ways to get rid of that. But I prefer not to, because, you know, I collect these and I just want to leave them as original buggers. So I think we've said about everything I can say about it. I say we load it up, get a CO2 in it, and let's do a shooting review. And we'll try it in both modes, and we'll see what happens. So stay with me. We're going to be right back, because that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. Later.